Well, why-
Giving a voice to the voiceless, we share the stories behind our freedoms and the ultimate sacrifice of those who protect us all. This is Patriots Inside The Wire.
Someone who was willing to give his life for his country and served honorably in Iraq.
Beautiful thing to see the family and friends come together and honor his life and his service to our country.
Great to see you guys out here. This is awesome, really.
Welcome to the Patriots Inside The Wire broadcast, hosted by Gold Star mom, Tracy Two-Step.
And welcome to Patriots Inside the Wire, episode 31, coming at you on a Thursday night on March 6th, March 5th, 2026. Welcome to the studios from the Tree of Valor Gallery in Burlington, North Carolina. Miss Lori Eggerter, thank you. And our guest tonight, Miss Valerie Ward. I am Neil Sparkman in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and from the Sergeant Two-Step Foundation, and we're here to have a great evening and talk about things. And just want to give a quick shout out to our friends at Heroes Media Group for producing us, and all of our team behind the scenes, making sure we're doing the right thing and looking good on screen. So thank you for being here tonight with us, and let's go ahead and kick it off with America 250 as we're starting to celebrate America 250.
$250 and we're just getting started.
For those of you that don't know, this song is America 250, is about celebrating the 250th anniversary. We got our Tree of Valor gallery guest tonight with us, and Lori's going to walk around and show a couple trees while music is playing.
Stand up proud, raise that flag. Say it loud. For the ones who gave, we carry them now. 250.
I think we might be having a little technical difficulty here.
Boots hit dust, stroke went down. Still the best damn heart around. Some came home, some stayed away. We live free, they paved the way. That flag still flies 'cause they stood. We rise again like we should. 250, red, white, blue, still standing true. Veteran strong, we see it through. 250, me and you. 250, stand up proud, say it loud. For the ones who fell, we carry them now. 250, 250, 250. Oh, out loud. Read the names, hold the line. Gave it all, now it's our time. Raise your voice, way past the sky. 250, red, white, blue, still shining true. Veteran strong, we see it through. 250, me and you. 250, stand up proud, say it loud. For the ones who fell, we carry them now. 250, 250, 250. Oh, out loud. 250, red, white, blue.
We rise.
Awesome.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Our first in
in studio audience, Miss Lexi and Miss Ramona. Miss Ramona did all this fabulous painting, which we're gonna show some of that on the last at the end. But yeah,
Awesome. Well, thank you for having a gallery tonight with a studio audience. How about that? Woo! So, and a live guest in the studio with you tonight. So, I mean, you got everything going here. We're usually the three-way screen, so this is awesome.
I love this.
Welcome. Yeah. So, welcome to Miss Valerie Ward. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for your service to our country as an Army medic. And
It was my honor to serve.
yeah, and thank you for your contributions to curating Black military history. This is a very important part to military history that is sometimes overlooked. And thank you for keeping it alive and bringing significance to the stories.
And we have to also remember she's Lexi's nurse for like
Oh,
my gosh,
our number
over 10
one
years.
fans. That's amazing.
It is
So,
actually.
yeah, and that's a job all in itself. So that's thank you for the special care, and that is little Miss America there on the screen, and she is the live studio guest tonight as well. So good stuff.
Yeah.
So the first question we have for you tonight, Miss Valerie, is what drives you to find the stories that you found for Black military history?
Well, it really started with working with Lori and getting the Tree of Valor started. And in doing the research, I found a story about my dad that I never knew. And so that is what sent me to saying, okay, so how much other stuff is out there that I don't know about that I would want to know about? And fulfilling the legacy of him being in Vietnam, going through 3 tours, and but him coming back and never talking about it because he was written up in the newspaper.
I'm actually going to grab that while you talk about it.
And so we never knew. No one in the family actually knew. And Lori, with her amazing self and camera skills and whatever, she helped us turn it into a canvas that we were able to give to my mom for Christmas after we had found it. It was just a couple of years ago.
But they hadn't even
Yeah.
seen this picture. I don't know if you can really appreciate it, but
Yeah, there's a little bit of glare. Can you move it? Turn to your right just a touch with it. There you go. Perfect.
so they hadn't even seen the picture we had of her dad was, oh gosh, a blurry. Yeah, it wasn't this. So this was so exciting for Val. They
Yeah.
hadn't even heard this. Even his wife had not heard this story of how he saved.
Yeah.
You should read that, Val.
And I think our production team actually has a digital copy of this. There it is.
They
It's on the
do.
screen.
That's right.
So, so this, go ahead and speak to it, Valerie.
Yeah, on March 9th, 1966, southwest of Tuy Hoa, Republic of Vietnam, while engaged in a Viet Cong force superior in number, Sergeant Otis Ransaw Jr., with complete disregard for his personal safety, voluntarily remained forward to call in and adjust mortar fire in support of his unit's withdrawal. The timely and accurate mortar fire was instrumental in a successful withdrawal with minimum casualties. And when I read that, I'm like, my dad was a hero.
And no one, even his wife didn't know, did she?
Yes, no, she didn't know until we gave her this as a Christmas. And the
Christmas
emotion,
gift.
the emotion of it when she read it, saw it, and she was like,
She was speechless.
I never knew this because I didn't tell her when we found it because I wanted it to be a Christmas gift for her.
Right.
So,
So
so
that
you're coming up on 60 years, 60-year anniversary of that
yes.
in 4 days. So, the funny thing about Vietnam era veterans is that story that you're saying about your father not talking about it, that is resounding with the majority of the Vietnam era um, veterans. My father was Vietnam veteran era, and I was 30 years old before I heard him tell me a story the first time about what he endured. And so, I mean, it's amazing that they keep that just locked back here and have nothing to say. And then when you finally get it out and hear about it, it's pretty crazy.
And it's what's bittersweet though is that he wasn't here. Like to think he kept it to himself all that time, and like your dad was able to share that story with you, where he never shared. Like he's gone.
Never sure. Yeah.
So it wasn't that they found it and then said, "Wow, Dad, look at this." Right?
So you found it after your father had passed away?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been gone for like 30 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So that's why it was really, we left that part out.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that made it even more significant that he literally went to his grave with that secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
for those of you that didn't notice in the picture, her father was 1st Airborne as well. So that's another notable unit, which is the best of the best in the Army.
Yes, he was very proud of that. He
Wow.
was. He was very proud of being an airborne.
Val actually has a nice military family, which I don't know if you can see it, but her whole military family is back there on that tree together. So yeah,
Very nice.
very, very special. So Val, next question is, how have you, or did you find out something that you really didn't know? Like when you were doing your research, was there something that you were like,
Yeah, actually, a very inspiring story that I had never heard of was about the Golden 13. I had never heard of them, and these were the first African American Marine officers.
okay,
And the things that they had to overcome, because the training session is usually for the white officers was 16 weeks, and they gave them only 10 weeks to accomplish the same thing.
and how did it turn out?
And they graduated with the highest grade point average with it. And however they did it, I'm sure it was helping each other, late night studies and whatever. But yeah, that was something that I had never heard of, the Golden 13.
And it's kind of the same thing with the 688, right?
Yes.
Where they didn't think they could do it,
Mhm.
like almost like giving people missions that you're almost in their minds were thinking this is a setup for failure.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
and it turned out the exact opposite.
Yes.
So people who aren't familiar with the 688, you want to tell them what that is?
Yeah, that's the the Women's Postal Corps. That was an all-black female unit. That it was 855 African American women who were in the military, and they were tasked with getting out 7 million pieces of mail in 6 months. They gave them 6 months, and they actually accomplished it in 3.
3 months, because no one else could do it after
Yes.
that point. And the morale was so low during
Right.
World War II because
People weren't getting their mail. They weren't getting the mail from the soldiers, weren't getting their mail from home. The people back at home weren't getting their mail from
the
the
soldiers.
soldiers, and the
Mhm.
morale was very, very low. And it was brought to the attention of First Lady Roosevelt,
Mhm.
and so she was like, "Well, we've got to get this done, because with low morale, then you don't have any willingness to fight,
Mhm.
to overcome, to accomplish the mission."
Right.
Really. And so it was
imperative that somebody
Yes.
fix it.
Yes.
But again, no
Yes,
credit,
again.
no credit given,
No.
which is why Val's, feels strongly about teaching. You know, when we just did our America 250 event here a couple weeks ago, so many of the people, even our commissioner, said this needs to go to the schools. And we were teaching little things that people either didn't remember from Revolution, well, actually from the Native Americans till the Civil War, just little snippets. And those weren't actually some of them, but yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people know of Harriet Tubman and her work with the Underground Railroad and freeing the slaves, but they don't really know that she was actually served in the Union Army and actually led a regiment to help free over 700 slaves at, I always want to get this mixed up, but it was Combahee River raid.
Okay.
And they came out and she was actually the commander of that. And many of the people that they rescued at that time went on to join the Union Army, which I'm sure helped to turn the tide
Right.
with,
Right.
getting that huge influx of personnel.
Right. But again, most people don't know that story.
And what can you repeat what her service branch was and what regiment you noted?
The Union Army.
The
She was
Union
in the
Army.
Union Army. Yes, she was in the Union Army.
And that
For the
was
Civil War.
1860s?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
But people don't think of Harriet Tubman like that. They think of her
No,
as
not at all.
Underground Railroad.
And not
Yeah.
at all. So when I saw the deck for tonight and saw that, I was like, I had to go and do some research. I was like, what? Yeah, very, very, very cool. So that's a nice tidbit. I did want to say hello to Brian Perry in Kentucky tonight, and I have aviation friend Alejo from Central America on board tonight watching us. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for joining us. And let us know your comments, friends, in the comments on wherever you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, podcasts, iHeartRadio. Just click, let us know you're here, say hello, and we'll answer some questions if you have them for Miss Valerie. So one of the questions we have for you tonight, Miss Valerie, is: did you find most of your information out locally or from North Carolina directly?
Most of it was things that were brought or sent to me. A lot of it from Miss Lori, because she just has a way of drawing those stories out of people, and she sends them to me when she finds them. The algorithms on the phone, it pops up on her feed.
I'm like a research guru.
Yeah. And so then I can go, oh, this was what? And I can put this, and I can, that type of thing. We do have some, I did find out that I knew that the Coliseum in Winston-Salem here, where we are, well, not here, but in Burlington, but in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the Lawrence Joel Veteran Coliseum is named after Lawrence Joel, and he was a medic in the Army, and
Just
he
like
was
you.
the first one. Yes, and he was the first one to receive the first medic to receive the Medal of Honor. He was injured himself, but he continued to take care of the other soldiers before taking care of himself, which is what we are taught when we go through training. We do, unless we are mortally wounded, we take care of our soldiers. And
Correct.
That's how
And
we're
that's
taught.
that's the Coliseum at Wake Forest.
No, that's one in Winston-Salem.
Okay.
Right, it's
there in the
funny.
triad.
I just thought of something you just said, Val, when you said you're taught, like, unless you're mortally wounded, right? You come to work. Val never misses work. Like
It's
she popped in
it's a
10
military
years,
thing.
in 10 years, I'm telling you, I don't think I could count on one hand in 10 years how many times she's taken off because she was sick.
Yeah, I think the only time I've missed work in the last 10 years was when I had COVID.
Well, we had
So-
COVID together, so we almost, she almost
So-
came to, there was something down, let me came to work then, 'cause we had it at the
Yeah.
same time. So I'm like, hey, we stick together now.
Okay. Valerie, what was Lawrence's last name?
Huh?
What was Lawrence's last name?
Oh, Joel.
Joel Lawrence.
Joel.
So
yeah.
so I have the National Medal of Honor Museum about 15 miles from where I live,
Mhm.
right here in Arlington, Texas. So I am going to go look him up at the National Medal of Honor Museum and make a post on that.
Okay.
So-
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll share that with you. So that was awesome.
How about Dan
Yes.
Bullock? This
Dan
is-
Bullock, the youngest person.
He's in our deck.
Yes, he was the youngest person to die because he enlisted at the age of 14. Altered his birth certificate so that he could get in because he was big for his age. But he went to Vietnam and was killed like less than a month after he got there.
Yeah, when he was 15.
Yeah, he had reached the age of 15 when he died, but his drive, I guess, to serve was such that he went to that extreme to alter his birth certificate to allow him to join.
Which I think is, and he's from North Carolina, like
Yes.
Goldsboro,
Hmm.
I think. I'm not sure how far away that is, but yeah, just an amazing story. So,
Hmm.
Val, what do you think was the most disturbing story you learned?
About the Tuskegee experiment. That wasn't really a military experiment, but in looking up, because you know about the Tuskegee Airmen, and you put in Tuskegee, and that was where they intentionally infected Black soldiers with syphilis, so that they could see the effects, the side effects that it had on, and they did it without telling them. This isn't something that they signed
Volunteered.
up for, say, okay, well, we can find out so that we can help, our community or whatever. They were lied to and told that they were going to be given free health care if they signed up and did this, that they were going to be taken care of. And during this time, Blacks weren't allowed or weren't afforded general health care.
Okay.
Okay. So to say that, oh, okay, well, I can get some health care and, be there for my family. And so they allowed themselves, but they didn't know what they were actually signing up.
So when we
Yeah.
talked about this before, you kind of knew about it, but you had no idea how long it went on.
Yes.
How long? How many years did it
It
take?
went on from 1932 to 1970.
40 years of experiment.
Yes.
That's incredible
Yes. And actually, I think it was
and
President
haunting.
Bill Clinton was the one who apologized, and they gave a fund for the survivors and families of those, because you're infecting the men with syphilis, and of course they're giving it to their wives, and then of course the babies get it, they're born.
What a rabbit hole.
And not knowing. And then even though they knew that penicillin would cure them, they withheld it.
Wow.
They didn't give them the penicillin that could help, that could cure them, which was,
Inhumane for sure.
yes.
So, and this is why I have to say this. There are still people to this day who say, I don't understand why we have a Black History Month. Like, I just don't get it. Why do they need a History Month? This is why. For anyone who's ignorant enough to say that, because by now you should, kind of come out of the rock you've been living under. But if you did not know some of these stories, World War II all by itself is the reason why there should be a Black History Month, because people don't understand that we were segregated. You were forcing African Americans to fight for a country that the soldiers wouldn't fight beside you. So you were good enough to fight for us, but not with us. So we sent you overseas to fight because we wouldn't fight. Then they ended segregation in the service during World War II, right? And I guess melted together, and then came home, and that was it. It was only in the service. Then they went right back to being treated just as they were before. I mean, can you imagine fighting for a country who sends you to the back of the bus? Right? I mean,
Right.
there's no other way to say it.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah,
I mean-
I don't. That's about the most civilized way you can say it.
I was just
honestly,
saying,
man.
I'm not,
That's
I mean,
it's terrible. So I just saw a little tidbit come across the screen, Miss Valerie. Your husband is also an Army medic
Yes.
and a home health care nurse. So thank you for Mr. Ward's service and what you're doing on the daily, taking care of people. Yeah, I think it's so honorable that you and your husband have a life of service. And thank you for what you do.
and her son, her brother, her sister-in-law, her dad, her uncle, her nephew,
My cousin.
her cousin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of medical.
Well,
Yeah.
we weren't all medical, but we all served.
All served.
Yes,
That's awesome. So how many generations are represented on that tree behind you?
That would be
there'll be
three,
four.
three, four.
Four generations, and
Yeah.
I think I got up to 7. She was going so fast I couldn't count it all. So yeah. So quick shout out to Shay out in Fort Worth. Thanks for joining us tonight. So y'all, if you have any questions related to the discussion tonight, be sure and drop us a message here. We'd love to answer those on the fly here. So move forward. We're really going through this kind of fast tonight, actually. So
We have plenty. Don't you worry.
okay. Well, on my cheat sheet over here, I'm running out. So we just discussed disturbing items that you've found out during your archival research. What are some of the most inspiring things that you have found out during your military research?
The inspiring part is just the fortitude of the men and women to continue on to overcome the obstacles put in their way, and to not only like graduate, but to excel, to be more than what was expected. Like the 6AAA, like the Golden 13, like the Harlem Hellfighters, the Tuskegee Airmen, when they went and were told, or their expectations of their white counterparts was that they couldn't do it. And not only did they do it, but they did it really well.
Mm-hmm.
Even better than some of them.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's what's really inspiring. So I guess that's a lot of that comes because a lot of people get that, what they call reverse psychology. You know, so you tell me that I can't, I'm gonna show you I can. And I know that my son is like that a lot.
That's the only way. Yeah. That's the only way to raise your teenagers. Reverse psychology.
So we have a picture of Shoshana Johnson, if Chief wants to pull that up. And I'm gonna have so we can talk about her. Kathy, you want to put her back up, Chief?
No, it's Kathy.
Yeah. Yes. So can you tell her story?
Kathy Williams was a woman who disguised herself as a man to go and fight in the Indian War, and she also fought in the Civil War. they were close enough together. She was actually the first woman to disguise herself. And had it not been for her getting ill, we don't know when they would have discovered, that
Right.
she was actually a woman. Uh, she fought and went through, and I think I went in doing my research. I found out that the unit that she was in, she also had a couple of cousins, so they helped keep her disguised.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Wow.
until she got sick, and just some things just can't hide.
No. No. So I'm going to have Val read. This is like one of the most recent things we found, which is very relevant to right now with us going in this conflict or whatever you want to call that we're doing right now in Iran. We just happened to see this story, and what's the two of the women she's going to talk about in this story, their pictures are in this gallery, which I'm going to grab them while Val does this, while she reads this. So,
Yeah.
Start with the military. Start with that part.
Okay.
I'm going to get while you read that story.
Okay. The military forgot her, but her 2-year-old daughter was waiting. Shoshana Johnson just wanted to cook. At 25, she was broke in El Paso, dreaming of culinary school. The Army offered a solution: cook for soldiers, save money, follow in her father's footsteps. She never imagined she'd become the first Black female prisoner of war in American history. When baby Janelle arrived, Shoshana transferred to Fort Bliss for safe, routine duty. Cook for the 507th Maintenance Company, stay close to family. Then 9/11 changed everything. March 2003, she kissed 2-year-old Janelle goodbye. Mommy has to go to work. She couldn't say war to her baby. The 507th Maintenance Company was supposed to stay in Kuwait. Instead, they joined a 600 vehicle convoy into Iraq. For 3 days, it felt safe. All those headlights, all those soldiers, then they fell behind. Radios died, maps failed. On March 23rd, 18 vehicles were completely lost in the desert. So lost, they drove straight into an ambush in Nasiriyah. It sounds like rocks hitting the windshield, Shoshana would remember, but they weren't rocks. A rocket propelled grenade struck her friend's vehicle. Jessica Lynch and Lori Pesedua careened into the back of Shoshana's truck. Surrounded, shots from everywhere. Shoshana scrambled under her truck with Specialist Hernandez, trying to return fire. Her weapon jammed, sand everywhere. Then came the burning in her legs. Bullets tore through both ankles, through her Achilles tendon. She couldn't stand, couldn't run, couldn't fight. 90 minutes of hell, 11 soldiers dead. Her best friend, Lori Pesedua, the first Native American woman killed in combat, leaving 2 small children, was gone. The only choice left was surrender. They dragged Shoshana from under the truck. Then they beat her, punches to her stomach, rifle butts to her head. Her helmet came off, her braids spilled out. They stopped, shocked. She was a woman. Everything changed. They separated her immediately, put her on camera. The footage went worldwide. Her father was looking for cartoons for Janelle when he saw his daughter's terrified face on TV. 22 days, 7 different locations, bunker to bunker, house to house, paraded through town like a trophy. Crowds gathered. Someone slapped her. Someone spit. A guard tried to hold her hand, asking her to stay and marry an Iraqi man. Alone most of the time, she prayed constantly, built a future in her mind to stay sane, finding love, having more children, watching Janelle grow up. Lord, if I die, make it quick and let my body go home to my mother. Jessica Lynch was rescued April 1st, special operations, nighttime raid, international headlines. But Shoshana remained captive. The Iraqis moved her to houses harder to find, harder to rescue. The night before her rescue, they gave prisoners an unusually good meal: chocolate, soda. This is it, she thought. They're going to kill us tomorrow. Instead, Marines came. April 13th, House 13 in Samara. A man in dirty yellow pajamas appeared at a window. I am an American. Shoshana was eating breakfast when she heard the door being kicked in. Marines! She was free. 3,000 people cheered when she returned to America on April 16th. She walked off that plane on shattered ankles through pure determination. But another battle was just beginning. Jessica Lynch received an 80% disability rating. Shoshana got 30%. The difference was $700 a month. It took years of fighting to raise it to 50%. Lynch got $1 million book deal and a TV movie. Shoshana was forgotten again. If I had been a petite cutesy thing, it would have been different, she said quietly. But she never blamed Jessica. Jessica is my friend. I was her friend before the ambush, and I am still her friend now. The invisible wounds cut deepest. Depression, nightmares, PTSD, so severe that little Janelle asked her grandparents, "Why is mommy crying all the time?" The guilt of surviving never left. Why did Lori die and not me? She had 2 small children. Shoshana checked herself into a psychiatric ward in 2008. Years of therapy with Janelle, individual sessions, family sessions, learning how to be a mother while carrying all that weight. But she kept standing. Published a memoir in 2010, won honors from Panama, rang in 2004 in Times Square with the mayor. Most importantly, she watched Janelle graduate college. Today, at 52, Shoshana lives in El Paso surrounded by family. She cooks, she reads romance novels, she practices yoga, she volunteers at church. I live a good life, she says, but spring is still hard. The anniversary triggers memories. She schedules extra therapy, takes antidepressants, carries the weight. It's not going to disappear. It's a weight I'll carry to my end, but it's how you carry it.
Wow.
That's not all of the article, but that's a lot of reading. I don't want people to lose interest.
And but that was 2008. That wasn't World War II. So I guess the reason I wanted her to read that is that was 2008, not 1942. So it makes you realize that there's still some places we still haven't.
Quality is not.
So I'm not saying like across the board is the thing. I'm just saying that clearly, right? Like in the world of great movies, which I hate to use the word great movie, but what a story, right? Like that's a story. So this is Jessica Lynch. And this isn't the greatest picture. And hi, Tracy. And this is Lori. And Lori was actually, I think, the first Native American killed in the global war on terror.
That's correct.
And but Jessica was the POW.
Yes.
So, yeah, just today, actually, different since it is also Women's Military Month. We took a Native American tree to the North Carolina American Indian convention or conference in Raleigh, and they asked for our Native American tree, and there was a lot of women on that tree.
Very cool.
Just a little, side note there.
Yeah.
So, Shoshana, how long was she in captivity?
22 days.
22 days. And
22 days.
And Jessica Lynch was how long?
I don't know if it says.
Let's see. It doesn't say in this article, but
I think it was
less.
Yeah.
It was longer than Shoshana.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it said
our researcher here is going to look it up.
Jessica.
How long Jessica Lynch was a POW? Yeah. What does it say?
So
I thought it said that.
So Shoshana today, is she fully physically recovered as far as her ankles and damage from the gunshot wounds to the legs?
Maybe someone in Texas could find her. If I just knew someone from Texas.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
El Paso.
El Paso. Just for just for clarity, El Paso is only a 10-hour drive from here.
It's much further from here.
Oh
Lee.
yeah, I know. Well, I'll have to look into this.
You could get there in a day.
I will take that research on.
She would be a great guest.
March 23rd to April 1st.
March 20, so 8 days.
8 days. So yeah, I thought it was less for sure. And
Oh, yeah,
so
I didn't know.
Yeah.
that's
Before
Yeah.
they did say that.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
wow.
so 2 weeks longer for Shoshana.
Wow.
Interesting notes there. So
In the same convoy.
And that's why we always say this is Tree of Valor is a God-driven project, right? Val calls it algorithms. That's not really what I call it, but I mean, maybe sometimes, but I don't really, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of social media. So when I do open it, it's just odd that the moments I open it, it could just be garbage, right? I mean, let's just say it for what it is. There's a lot of garbage on social media. And,
Yeah.
but when I open it and I see a story like that, I'm like, I was supposed to see that because then when I see it, then I'm sending it to her
Mm-hmm.
or whoever on the team is over like that area of the gallery, because you don't want to assume they might see it. I'd rather share it. And then, I let Val decide if she's going to use it. And then if she doesn't, I pummel her. No, just kidding. No, just saying. I'm like, I really think you should use this. And she,
I know.
I mean, I think she always has, but, and sometimes she sends things to me and says, oh my gosh, did you hear this story? Like, I didn't know about the Golden 13 till today.
Yeah, well, I didn't know about it till today either. So and the 888, I have to go look at that too.
And even that story, the 3 Bs.
Oh,
This is-
yes.
I think this is disturbing. On the list of disturbing, she could name a lot of stories, but this is
So-
sad.
Yes.
So you have to hear this story real quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
3 Bs.
Okay. The 3
And can you start off with the period of time it is too at the beginning as well?
Oh, Civil War. I mean, World War II.
Yeah.
Or
It's,
yeah,
The 688 were in World War II.
Yeah.
He doesn't know they were
and
part of that.
Oh, yeah. The 688 were part of World War II when, because that's when the military got desegregated and everything. But the 3 Bs inside the 688, there were 3 women. Okay. And their last names all begin with B. That's why we call them 3 Bs. Okay. And they were killed in a roadside bomb. And they had the women themselves had to take up the money to get them buried because the military would not pay for their burial. And they are actually buried in the Normandy cemetery, equivalent of our Arlington. It was the Arlington Cemetery in Normandy. And they're the only 3 women that are,
And I think, didn't they even have
Yeah.
to dig up the graves themselves?
yes.
I mean,
They
they
had to-
literally, yeah,
They had,
dig up the graves.
they had to, the whole.
They were
whole 9
responsible
yards.
for all of it. The service didn't do it. This isn't like some
Wow.
big dig on the military. We're just pointing out the stories. Just because they're not pretty doesn't mean they're not true. That's
Yeah.
how I see them.
well, that's part of military history is fascinating and on many different levels, and the struggles and the forgottenness and the how people are broken, and then there's the beautiful stories. It's all encompassing, and unfortunately, even as we're in 2026 today, there's still things that aren't perfect, and circumstances are crazy, and um, it's always evolving, and to see where we've come from over hundreds of years to today and find out that we're still having some of the very issues for care after military service is unbelievable to me. And as a veteran, when I was younger, I didn't think much of it, and now that I'm in my 50s, I'm looking back on things and seeing and understanding the veteran struggles of the people that were before me, and seeing how we can do veteran awareness for all walks of life. So very, very important. And these stories that we're discussing tonight, are part of that fabric.
Well, we're just grateful that Val was here to tell the stories.
Absolutely.
We're going to leave our, we always had a Black military history tree up, but last year she had a whole collection of them. And then the rest of the year we would take it down to a tree. And this year we gave her a huge 12-foot tree, and we're leaving everything on there because it's not something you should. As my son said to me one day, he's Marine. He's like, "Why would you put that away, Mom?" So, and it wasn't that we wanted to put it all away. We just are always switching out. He's like, "Well, that's not something you switch." So,
No, not at all.
He's right. He's right.
Not at all. It's heritage, and it stays up.
And so she is. So thank you for those people who donate trees. The Tree of Valor appreciates you, because that's
Absolutely.
if people didn't do things like that. You know what I mean? That's how that happens for people donating. We have 5 12-foot trees in here. It's really something to see. But
it's amazing. So we're nearing. We've got about 5 minutes left in the show. Valerie, or is there anything special that you'd like to share, or comments that you'd like to put out for the evening, and just something that's near and dear?
I think just the veteran administration in general, if we could just make that easier to navigate. It just trying to veterans benefits, and I know there's a lot of that has been going on, especially with the DAV and the VFW. That's one thing that they have been working on when we've gone to the coffees and stuff. That's one thing that they're always talking about, is getting the veterans the benefits that they deserve, which they have made some strides. When kudos to you, keep up the good fight to keep all of our veterans and giving them their benefits. And if we can just have the equality for it, so that you don't have to continue to fight for your percentage. I mean, just Shoshana's story is very typical.
right, imagine if she could get that retroactive money. I mean, seriously, she probably could. In truth, if you go back to 2008, almost 20 years of retroactive. Because she should not, I'm sure she shouldn't be getting 30. What she had 30%?
Yeah, she got 30% disability, and with both of her Achilles.
Oh my!
I mean, really, 30%?
Well, I will reach out on that one. I know some people that have great connections to advocates to help get that situation raised up. So
really, especially going into spring when she has the hardest time with it, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you
so
for that.
absolutely. So I was thinking, as we close out tonight, maybe you could do a walk around with your camera there through the closing song through the gallery there, Lori.
I'm going to do that, and I think he put up the picture of Shoshana when I went to go get.
I don't know if I did see that. Production, would you mind putting Shoshana up on the screen?
That's not Shoshana.
That's not Shoshana.
No,
there's Miss Val.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Yeah, that's Valerie.
Yes.
It has her name on it.
Yeah. And
as we're
formal
walking around,
formal greens. Yeah. We'll go through the deck. So as we close out, we'll just go ahead and go through the song and close out. So for those of you that are watching tonight, we really appreciate you being here. Miss Lori Eggerter and Valerie Ward in Burlington, North Carolina at the Tree of Valor Gallery, treeofvalor.org. Thank you for joining us tonight on Patriots Inside the Wire. I'm Neil Sparkman, co-host from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the Sergeant Two-Step Foundation. Thank you for joining us, and follow us out tonight as we do the tour of the Tree of Valor Gallery and a quick song here. So we will see you next Thursday. Same time, same bat channel, same production area. Thank you to the Heroes Media Group for having us online, and we'll see you soon. Be well, take care of yourselves, and love on one another.
Jesus, do you hear me as I whisper and look up to the sky? The clouds drift slowly, but they don't reply. I'm searching for a flicker, a spark in the gray, something to convince me they found their way. Please, Jesus, can you send me a sign? A nod from above to say we're fine. My heart feels heavy like a storm rolling in. Please, Jesus, tell me where to begin with whispers to you. Jesus, send me a sign. Jesus, please. There's a silence that feels longer today. Shadows dance where the sun used to play. I'm holding on tight, but the rope's wearing thin. Hoping for a whisper, cutting through the din. Whispers. Is everything as it should be? I don't know. The world spins fast, but my own feels slow. I'm trying to catch the rhythm of your tune, but I'm lost between the sun and the moon. Please, Jesus, can you send me a sign? A nod from above to say we're fine. My heart feels heavy like a storm rolling in. Please, Jesus, tell me where to begin with whispers to you. Jesus, send me a sign. Jesus, please. Maybe your answers are written in the rain, in the quiet moments that ease my pain. And when the world seems to crumble apart, let me feel the warmth of your steady heart. Thank you, Jesus, for the whisper. Maybe your answers are written in the rain, in the quiet moments that ease my pain. And when the world seems to crumble apart, let me feel the warmth of your steady heart. Thank you, Jesus, for the whispers. Red